I'm live. Hello, 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 namaste. So yesterday, I just want to continue on from yesterday, where we talked about the autoimmune diseases where your immune system attacks your own body. And I've been focusing quite a lot on boosting the immune system. And then it occurred to me that, many people who have these diseases, they are on immunosuppressants and they don't want to boost their immune system because their immune system, they are told, is too strong. So I maybe should rephrase that. Balance your immune system. So a immune system is, or any function in the body, is a balanced one. And then I sort of painted you a picture of, imagine a building, and imagine this building is your body, and it's a factory or a shop or a place of work, and all the people that work there are like the cells in your body, and then this guy is the protector. And I painted the picture of a strong person who's really clever and really smart and really switched on, who can tell the difference between an imposter and an employee, an impersonator. You can keep up with all the different weapons that people try and come in and take over the whole company, and you can keep up and adapt and stay on top of things. And that is a strong immune system. And then Mr. Slasher comes along and starts like hatching everybody and turning on the employees of effectively your own body cells, the employees of your company. Is so easily taken in by these imposters and actually sides with them. And he's really very weak and scared, so he's just having to throw everything at it. And that is your immune system when you have this autoimmune problem where your body's attacking itself or your immune system's attacking itself. So we did a few kriyas and we'll do a couple more, we'll go into it maybe a bit more in depth, and just want to consider how does the strong, Mr. Strong immune system end up turning into this hatchet man? And there's various reasons, various reasons why, but I want to talk about stress because I really feel it's like one of the biggest compromises to our health, our whole health and our immune system and our whole digestive fire. And the digestive fire really is what deals with everything, and I suppose the immune system, part of the immune system comes from the digestive fire. So I just want to talk about, and I'll go back to that picture of this building, and Mr. Strong, his remit is just day to day. So if an emergency situation occurs, like there's a fire, just maybe outside the building or threatening in the building, or some kind of government emergency situation is declared, then he doesn't deal with the protection in that case. He has one remit along with all the other bodies, everything else in the body, all the other functions in your body. Their remit is to lie down, say nothing, do nothing, don't move, conserve everything. All the energy, the resources, everything is going to now be passed over to the firefighting group. So they come in and they need all the resources to, fight the fire or whatever emergency it is. And that is you when you are in fight or flight mode. Nothing else matters because your fight-flight mechanism wants to keep you alive. So it doesn't matter if Mr. Strong isn't challenging any visitors, or if our digestive fire isn't cleaning out any rubbish, or if there's cracks in the wall and they're not getting fixed. That doesn't matter right now because we might not be alive in 5 minutes. And that's how your fight-flight mechanism works. It doesn't know the difference between you getting a phone call or your phone goes off, makes a beep, and somebody holding a gun to your head. The same mechanism. It's fight for your life or run for your life. Don't bark. That's you, Mr. Fight Flight, Mr. Bark. So it's just fight or run for your life. And then hopefully, all being well, in 5 minutes, you've managed to fight or run and you're still alive. You just calm down And then Mr. Strong and all his cohorts and all his colleagues come back and start processing everything back to normal. No harm done, everything's restored, everything just resolves back to normal. But what happens in our society is we don't, we're not living in caves anymore. We don't have the same, somebody was chatting to me. We don't have the same, most of us are blessed in this society, in these times, that we're not constantly in fear of our life, mostly. We're not thinking, 'cause unless you're Harry, you're not sitting thinking, who's this the door that's going to come and axe murder me? We're not thinking like that. Most of our stress is at the desk, on the phone, on the bus, in the car, at the school, with your kids or whatever. That's where our stress comes from. So it's not fighting or running away, isn't going to help at all. It's probably going to make it worse. So we never actually resolve the stress because we're not fighting or running, we're not expending the energy, we're not getting rid of the stress hormones. It just stays there and it builds up and builds up. So if we are constantly in that low level stress, where we're just worrying about something, we've got a meeting to prepare for, we've got dinner to cook, we've got visitors coming, we've got the dogs to look after, we've got, everything else going on, and we are up here in the head worrying about it. We're constantly under this low level stress. The whole time we're in that stress, Mr. Strong is in his cupboard lying down, giving all the energy to the fight flight mechanism. So nothing's getting done. Nothing's getting done for our health and well-being. Even the healing, making minor repairs in the body, as I've said, fighting off infection, etc. Getting rid of abnormal cells, reproductive system, all the systems, nothing matters except the heart and the lungs ready to fight or run. That's the only thing that matters in that moment. So that's one thing that can really kind of challenge our well-being. So maybe do a bit of, just remind myself. We'll do a couple more of these kriyas and then we'll do something, maybe a couple of really relaxing things to help with stress, okay? So let's just begin. So I started off going over this, just isolating the upper and lower. If I sit like this, Louis will sit in front of me, maybe, that's it, and then you can see. So yeah, isolating the upper and lower abdomen. So if you're sitting cross-legged comfortably, that's fine. If you need something underneath your sit bones just to get settled, that's fine. Just take the support you need, and then just maybe put one hand on the upper belly, one hand on the lower belly. And we really want to just isolate these. So let's just start off with the upper belly. So exhale, pull in. Inhale, pull out. Release. Keeping the lower belly just where it is. So exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. So you can pause the video if you're watching this on record, and you can keep going with this, or you can move up to exhale 2, inhale 2, exhale 2, inhale 2. Exhale 2, inhale. There's going to be a fight over a slipper soon. And then do 1, so just exhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. When you go to this 1 second, it then becomes more like a pumping of the breath, and it's what this used to do, like a sort of diaphragmatic pumping, like a breath of fire, if you want to call it that. So it just becomes that once you speed up. So if you want to begin, once you get used to it, you can just begin with the 1 second and then speed up. So that's what I'm going to do just now. And as you're doing that, you should be able to feel that just massaging the intestines. So it's the fire element, the acid, the stomach, the spleen, the small intestines. Just feel like getting kind of massaged or just push gently. And I'll just journal around to this. Make sure you stop and take a few breaths if you need to. And release. And then the next one I'm going to do is pull in the whole belly from the top to the bottom. Pull it right back in towards the spine. Lean forward, either hands on knees or hands on the floor. And then as you let the breath in, let it come on at once really quick. Sniff the breath in and let the belly flop forward and down. And you'll feel it almost like giving a gentle slap. So exhale in. Do everything in as far as you can. And then just inhale forward. And then maybe take a breath or two. Do maybe 3, maybe 5. I wouldn't do more than 5 maybe to start with. And I'm putting my hands back here so you can see what's happening in the abdominal region. Remember your hands over here or here. And then just relax. Release, shake out. Move around in whatever we need to. And then let's come back. You can stretch your legs out if you need to as well. Cross-legged. I just think. So let's just this one where we were pumping the belly. It's kind of not quite like Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati, we were using the whole belly and pumping it in and back. And it's a kind of active exhale. Then we relax the breath in because we've got our ribs lifted. But I want to show you an alternate nostril Kapalabhati, and this will balance out the left brain, right brain. So using your right hand, this is my right hand, the thumb blocks the right nostril and the ring finger blocks the left nostril. And all we do is exhale, inhale quickly through the left nostril, and then hold for a count of 2, and then exhale, inhale quickly through the right nostril, and then hold for 2. So it's 1 second, 2, 3, 1 second, 2, 3. So I'll nod my head in time. So breathe in first, take the 2 fingers here, and when you're ready, exhale, inhale sharply through the left nostril. There's slightly more emphasis on the exhale, but you are still pulling the breath in on the inhale. Keep going. You don't need to nod your head, I'm nodding my head to count for you. Also, if you feel like I'm losing my breath, I'm running out of breath, can't breathe in enough, just stop and breathe. Don't want to be fighting for your breath. That's going to put you into distress mode or panic mode. And Yes. And then I need to clean out your nose, just with tissue. Right. So we'll come back to this another time. We'll just keep building it up. What we do with that is we speed up, but I won't show you that just now. And we come back to isolating top and bottom. To see how you go with this, it's actually, I think, easier to just hold the low belly and just clench everything up. So as if you're scooping everything up in the middle. That doesn't sound rude. So just clench all up, and then all we're going to do is let the upper part above the navel move out, and then I can sit to the side actually. I don't know how much this should be able to see. So just clench it all up, and then just start to breathe. So inhale, exhale. Clenching. Keep clenching until it is on. It's easy to let go, it's easy to release, to just, yeah. The mind doesn't put it focus on. The mind just wants to go over forward with focusing on clenching. And then just release. Give the legs a little shake if you need to. Anything you need to do, just to release. And then, that I find this quite difficult, just sort of hold the upper belly and then just let the lower belly move out now. A bit harder than clenching at the base. So just try and hold. And then feel into the breath pushing down into the pelvic basin and everything releasing as if, you know, the opposite of clenching everything in, just obviously letting go, almost like you've got your tongue. So clenching, not clenching, but just holding the upper belly in place. And it's good to imagine somebody's going to punch you in the stomach and you're like, clench up, just in case. And it's well done. So we'll come back to that one again. And we're going to go back to the camel thing, which I touched on yesterday, but maybe didn't, you know, give much in the instruction. So let's do just a couple of nice, easy, relaxing things that will be quite helpful at getting you into the parasympathetic response quite quickly. And the parasympathetic response is when Mr. Strong and his cohorts are out in the building looking after everything, when you're relaxed. The sympathetic response is when the firefighters come in and we've all got to just do nothing. So I have to move really pushing. This literally, actually, I'm going to turn that to the side. I should have got this organised right. Everybody needs to move. So I'll just demonstrate this on the side. So basically, all we're doing is lying around tummy and belly breathing into the belly and feeling this relaxing massage in the belly. And you come over here. Okay. That's it. You go over here. You stay there, right? I'm just going to lie down, so nothing much to demonstrate, except, Louis, hurry, move. Right, sorry. No, you don't need to demonstrate. This is all going horribly wrong. This is, right, move, move. This will be an outtake. Oh, right, so I want you to watch my feet. So basically, I'm just going to push down into, Louis. It's terrifying. Is it okay? So I'm just going to put my toes down and lift the leg. So can you see my knee is lifting up and then pushing the heel down, stretching that leg way down, and then just dropping the leg down like so on the foot. And then the other leg left, stretch the heel, push it away, and then raise. So you can either have the head on the hands, or turn to the side, take the arms down, whatever's comfortable. You can have cushions, whatever you need, under your forehead. And just lie here. And then push down into the belly. So the belly is pushing down into the floor. It's massaging all these internal organs. It's massaging it to sleep. Stay here. Keep breathing. Pushing down into the belly as you inhale. And everything go in the pelvis. And as you exhale, see if you can tune in and feel a little pulse in the belly. It's a good indication of your digestive fire. I just want you to be at a nice relaxed state of equilibrium. So that you just relax and do its job. And take a few more breaths here. And observe your breathing slowing down. Don't worry, you're not trying to make anything happen. So really quickly to go. But you can have your hands like this if you prefer. And come on. And you. And then just gently come out of this. Just come onto the toes, take your hands down, you can't see a thing for hand. Right. Let's come up. Right. Come here. So another one, just going to show you another one, and I think I'll probably demonstrate it from this angle. Harry, over here now, move. You see who's the boss in this house? Right, Harry, over here. Come on. Get your slipper. So I want you to take your knees. Sweet dogs. Come on. Harry, lie down, lie down. They're completely oblivious to what's going on. So I want you to sit down with your thighs. Hey, Harry, come here. Come here. Oh, this is great. Thank you, like that. Yeah. I'll come back tomorrow and I'll show you the next bit then. Dogs are going to start fighting over the stuff. If you want to just come back to lying on your belly, I'm sorry, folks. I'll lock the dogs out next time. If I lock them out, they'll be scratching at the door to get in. So, sorry. Namaste. Thank you. Stay calm. Stay safe. And I'll see you hopefully soon, maybe tomorrow. Another more on the immune system. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.